Hello, my name is Ben Davila, and today I would like to talk about my bag, or rather, what's inside of my bag. The bag itself is a Timbuk2 bag. I got it as a present from my father. It's really great. One of the main things I like about it, apart from the fact that it's really sturdy, I've had it for a couple of years and it's basically like new, is that it has a lot of pockets, which I think makes the world civilized. Anywho, the first thing I have is this little clip-on chamois. I got it from ThinkGeek. It's really useful if you wear glasses. Also, I have an iPad. Now this is an iPad 1. Recording studio in a box. I also have my sunglasses in a case. And a pair of Ray-Bans. They're great. I love prescription sunglasses because it makes me feel sort of like I have bionic vision. I also have a little tie for tying my glasses to my head when I'm doing things. Mainly when I'm on stage, my glasses fall off my face when I'm playing, so I tied them on. This was a really long cord, which I shortened and tied up like this, which I think is a lot better, easier to put on your head. Another little chamois. Little folder. In it I have a lot of blank paper, some drawings, a couple of bookmarks. Little guitar toolkit. It comes with screwdrivers, Allen wrenches, a string winder, and little wire cutters. And you can buy whatever guitar strings you want, but they fit right in there. I also carry around a drum key. You always gotta have one of these on you. And a capo, because you never want to be caught in a song where you need one and not have one. It doesn't take up much space, and I use it all the time. I also have a little rung of duct tape. I put a little toothpick on the end to make it easier to unwind. Quite a bit of it doesn't take up any space if you just take it off the roll and you can reuse it. This is quite fun, a little coin dispenser. Sort of like what the Ice Cream Man has. Yeah, I like it. It's handy to keep your change in order. I have a pair of headphones. Now, these are Bose headphones, but I keep them in a Beats case, and the reason is I had a pair of Bose, which I broke, and then I bought a pair of Beats because everybody told me how great they were. I didn't like them at all. I found they were really uncomfortable to put in your ears, so I bought another pair of Bose, which are great. These are the jogging ones. They have a shortened cord, and it has like an extender in case you want a long cord, which I never need. They work really good with your phone. They don't come off your head because they have this kind of interesting little attachment. I keep them in the Beats case because it keeps them secure. But yeah, I prefer the Bose headphones to the Beats ones, having had them both. This is my favorite part of thing in my bag, is my pocket microscope. Now, I bought this one at the Exploratorium, which is a hands-on science museum in San Francisco, which is amazing. I bought this in their gift shop. The thing I really like about it is it works just like a regular microscope. Your powers, magnification here, and your zoom here. Anyway, you just put it down on whatever you want to look at and hit the little light button. You have the microscopic world right there. What's great about it is that you don't need slides like you usually do with a microscope. If you go on ThinkGeek, actually, you can buy even smaller ones of these with a more powerful magnification. I bought one recently for a friend of mine as a present. I'm actually thinking of buying one myself, as they're really good. The Exploratorium, pocket microscopes in general, a wonderful thing. I have quite a bit of stationery, a couple of pencils, a dry erase marker. I like these because they're fairly thin, like a regular pen, and they're push button, so you don't have to worry about losing the cap. I have a couple of pens. I have a fountain kind of pen, and I have a ballpoint pen. And this is the one I actually use the most. This is a Zebra clip-on multi-pen. It's 4 colors and a mechanical pencil. I use it so much that I've broken off the clip. It usually has a clip, but it's great. Multicolored pen. I also have this, which is a lot of fun, also from the Exploratorium. And this is a pair of binoculars. It's nice to have binoculars if you want to look at birds. I also have a couple of pieces of Velcro. These are the self-tie-on kinds, and I really like them, and particularly for tying up guitar cables. Having Velcro on a cable, and in particular on all of your cables, it keeps everything really tidy. So, inside, I have a first aid kit. Now, I know you're probably thinking it's a little bit psychotic to have a first aid kit, but a lot of times, like a little kid will get a cut, and you don't have a Band-Aid, and you just need a Band-Aid, but you don't have one, it becomes difficult. There are a lot of good websites. If you just type in, what should I put in my first aid kit, on Google, there are a lot of good lists. Figure out what it is that works best for you. One thing that's not in a lot of lists that I like a lot is Nu Skin. Basically, it's kind of like a glue. It comes out of a little tube like this, and if you have a cut, you just wipe it on your skin. It's antiseptic, so it sterilizes your cut. Then it just sort of heals it, stops it from bleeding. It heals much quicker and reduces your chance of scarring. All in all, just a really useful thing to have around. Nu Skin, I would strongly recommend it. I also have a handkerchief, tool of 1,000 uses. I use it all the time for just about everything, except for blowing my nose into it. It's kind of nasty to be carrying around a handkerchief that's full of your boogers, and just as a breeding ground for, you know, nasty microorganisms, which you don't want. If I'm going to do that, I use facial tissue. You blow your nose, you can throw it away. Also, hand sanitizer. If you work with small children like I do, it's an incredibly useful thing to have. Also, I have a couple of bags, a little Ziploc bag and a plastic sandwich bag, because sometimes you just need a bag. And the little clips are useful as well. I also carry a little plastic bag. Keep it tied up so it's nice and small. A little bit of rope, and a pair of spoons. The main reason I have them in my bag is sometimes when you're hanging out with musicians, they'll start jamming, and it's nice to be able to have something you can play along with. Most instruments are big, but spoons aren't, and they're pretty easy to play. You just hold them, one underneath this finger, and you hold it really tight, and you put one in this hand. And the trick is you just don't want them to wiggle like that. You just keep them so they're right directly over the top of each other, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4. They're great. Learn to play the spoons. It's a lot of fun. I also have a pair of scissors. These were a gift. They're really sharp, they're very small and compact, and they're very durable. I used them just before I made this video, actually. This one makes me feel sort of like a doomsday prepper. This was a present, a survival can, and I thought it would be a funny thing to carry in my bag. Although most of the things that are actually in this can I have here, so I should probably stop carrying this around with me. But I don't know, it's fun. In the more useful side, I also have a flashlight. It's an LED flashlight, which is really bright. This one was also a present that I got in a stocking, and I love it. A little tube of crazy glue. If you're a crafty person, you should always have it around you. Just don't glue your fingers together. And I have a Leatherman tool, also a present. This one isn't actually a Leatherman tool, but, you know, same thing. They're all basically the same. This one's really sturdy and durable. I like it because it's a pretty heavy thing. It's actually sturdy enough to pound in a nail with. An emergency whistle, a compass, it's got a magnifying glass and a mirror, and a temperature gauge, and it also had a little flashlight as well, but I broke it. It doesn't take up any space in my bag, and I use the compass actually all the time. Anyway, I think that's it. Oh wait, no, forgot a pocket. Like I said, it has a lot of pockets. Pockets are great. I also have a cigarette lighter. I don't smoke, but they're very useful. I also have a pair of earbuds. These are custom earbuds. I got these ones at a place called Here. They basically pour some stuff into your head and take a little mold of the inside of your ear, and they make you these custom earbuds. They're great because you can hear better with them actually on than you do with them off. If you're a musician or you're somebody who goes to a lot of shows, they're great to have. You want to protect your ears, and it's nice to be able to actually hear with them. If you use just the foam earbuds, you can't hear very well with them in. not good for playing or for rehearsing, but those are great. I swear by them. I have a little Korg clip-on tuner. Now, I've used a couple of these, the IntelliTuners. They're all pretty good. I love them. I like them a lot more than using a floor tuner. These just clip on the headstock of your guitar, and they're really useful. I think they're just a cleverly designed thing just in general, and the Korg one is really good. It's easy to read. An iRig, which is for plugging guitar into an iPad or an iPhone. They also make ones that are for microphones. What I really want is one that's for both microphones and guitars. They make them, but they're a little bit bigger. I want one that's about this small that does that. Recording on your iPad or on an iPhone is really useful because you can just go out with basically no gear and get audio tracks, and you don't need to be tied down to carrying around a lot of gear, which is very useful as a musician. And also I have a little pair of splitters. Always kind of useful to have. Anyway, now, I believe that's everything in my bag. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good day.